Damage Control is about to go through some major changes, so we'll see what those changes could be. We'll also check out what's going on with Austin Theory, Becky Lynch, and more. Starting things off with a small but meaningful update for Damage Control. Io Sky was going through it a few weeks ago when she flipped out and threw everything around in her locker room due to the recent failures of the group. Well, Damage Control recently had a small glimmer of hope when Io picked up a big win over Lyra on Raw. It wasn't a straight up win though, since Io only picked up the win thanks to outside interference from Dakota Kai. Damage Control jumped Lyra after the match with a 3-on-1 attack, just taking all their recent frustrations out on Lyra. The group has obviously been through a lot lately with the situation that happened with Bayley and the recent loss of Asuka. So here they were, taking it all out on Lyra. But Kaden Carter and Katana Chance ran out to save Lyra and forced Damage Control to retreat, and that led to the big moment for Damage Control here. As the group was hanging out backstage, and as Dakota Kai asked Io about what was happening out there, Io once again freaks out and screams about how Damage Control has to change. Io then walked off by herself and left Dakota and Kyrie behind. Obviously, it appears that a 6-woman tag of Damage Control versus Lyra, Katana, and Kaden is what's coming up here in the coming weeks on Raw. And if Damage Control shall lose that match as well, we can only assume that Io Sky will continue to absolutely lose her mind with frustration and rage. And with the talk about the group needing to change, that could also lead to several new directions. Is she looking to replace Dakota and Kyrie? Will she bring someone new into the group? Will she do something to help give them their edge back? It just seems like that's what's really running through Io's head right now, and if the losses continue to pile up for Damage Control, that should only fuel her plans for change even more. Becky Lynch has recently entered what's expected to be a lengthy hiatus away from the ring. How long will it last, and where will she wrestle next? Those are questions that only Becky Lynch has the answer to. Several legends, though, like Bully Ray, are voicing their opinions and saying that AEW and Tony Khan should still throw out a big offer to Becky Lynch, just to see if they could pull some interest from her. Becky Lynch is a completely free agent at this point in time, so tampering issues shouldn't be a problem at this stage. But Becky Lynch is cracking some jokes at her own expense about her new life post-WWE. She took to her socials to post a caption that read, "Must be Monday." She posted that caption along with herself looking bored and all alone in several little pictures. Becky's post is obviously pointing out how her new life, and Mondays more specifically, went from craziness of WWE to just quietness of being at home. There's still no word on when Becky Lynch will be returning to the ring, and news will probably stay that way for the foreseeable future. AJ Lee has been back in the headlines for interacting with a handful of different WWE superstars. The first encounter happened when CM Punk posted a picture of himself flexing in a Jade Cargill t-shirt, talking about how his goal was to get as buff as Jade Cargill or his wife AJ. Jade Cargill could be seen in the comment section of Punk's post talking about how it's an honor to see Punk rocking her shirt. And Jade even gave AJ a compliment on her physique, saying that she would love to have AJ's waist. AJ herself also responded to Punk's post by saying that she's in love with Jade Cargill, but that Punk is cute too. And things didn't stop there at all. A fan posted a side-by-side picture of Zelina Vega and AJ Lee, and Zelina responded to the fan by saying her abs only look that good because of all the training she went through to have AJ's abs in the Fighting With My Family movie. AJ responded to Zelina's post by calling Zelina a goddess. Zelina threw the compliment right back to AJ and really appreciated it. And the other superstars that AJ responded to was Roxanne Perez. There's a running jokes that Roxanne and Cora Jade are CM Punk and AJ's adopted children. So Roxanne tweeted at AJ about the recent moment of where she called her dad, CM Punk, a hypocrite. And AJ responded to her by saying she loves her daughters and how she'll fight Punk for them. So it was nice to see AJ conversing with so many WWE superstars. A big storyline just kicked off involving Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller formed a tag team over the last few months that led towards them reaching the ultimate success of becoming WWE Tag Team Champions at WrestleMania 40. Things have been going smoothly for them since winning the titles, but WWE recently dropped a massive spoiler that makes it pretty clear that an ugly split for the tag team is looming in the near future. While arguing with the commentary team, Grayson Waller slipped up in his rant and mentioned how Austin Theory is only relevant right now because of him, and how he saved Theory from being irrelevant. Austin Theory heard parts of what Waller said and asked him to repeat it, but he didn't. Based off this quick moment alone, it appears that WWE will be splitting up the tag team in the coming weeks, with Austin Theory turning babyface and Grayson Waller remaining heel. A lot of fans are excited for this babyface run for Austin Theory, because for a majority of his run with WWE, he's been a heel the entire time, and everyone knows he's immensely talented as well. So fans are hoping that the pieces of this puzzle can all come together here, and Austin Theory will launch into a new atmosphere with his new babyface run. The story already seems to be in place for the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller feud. In Waller's eyes, he saved Austin Theory from irrelevancy, and how Theory basically should be thanking him for his resurgence of his career. But on the flip side, Austin Theory knows this isn't true. Austin Theory had a lot of career success before Grayson Waller entered his life. Theory had won the Money in the Bank contract, won the United States title twice, defeated John Cena at WrestleMania, stood toe-to-toe in the ring for an interaction with The Rock, and so much more. So in Austin Theory's eyes, he probably thinks that things are actually the other way around, and that he saved Grayson Waller's career. Something big is coming up there between Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and it should all kick off the second that they lose the tag team titles. And we'll see if this could be the feud and run to launch Austin Theory into the main event scene as a babyface. Longtime WWE fans who were watching back in 2011 were treated to a big throwback piece of history this week on NXT. Jacy Jayne recently returned to NXT and has to wear a protective mask for her face. Well, Cody Rhodes made it his business to track Jacy down during his visit to NXT and gift her a clear protective face mask. But not just any clear protective face mask. He gave Jacy his iconic 2011 face mask from his undashing Cody Rhodes days. Cody was put through a lot in his early WWE career that included going from that stunning and dashing Cody Rhodes to being undashing Cody Rhodes and needing to wear that protective mask after breaking his nose. So it was a big nostalgic moment to see that mask return to WWE television 13 years later. Now, if Jacy Jayne is actually going to use Cody's old face mask or not, that's a whole other question that we'll have to wait on. But it does seem like Jacy could be benefiting from rocking Cody's old mask, because that's an iconic mask that has direct ties to the current WWE champion. So maybe it sparks a little buzz if he passed it down to you and you decide to wear it. So we'll see what Jacy's decision there turns out to be. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.